All right, good. Now that we are recording, welcome back, kids and kiddos, to episode uh,
8.
8.
8?
Yeah. Is
8?
it
Yeah.
numero ocho?
8, almost to a decade. Welcome back to
Yeah,
Legend
we're
Talk.
getting there. We're doing a lot.
About everything and nothing at the same time. We have another special guest. Look at us. We got guest after guest after guest. Landis, I think this would be best
This
for
is
you.
this is my best friend, Jacob. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, my man.
Yeah.
Hello.
Coach.
My name is Jacob. I am Grant's best friend, and he is my best friend. I've known this kid since we were the tiniest of tiny.
We
I don't
met
guess.
we met in preschool, right?
Yeah, I guess neither of us have ever really been tiny, but we were considered, I guess, tiny then. But yeah, and then we've best friends all my life, I guess. And I live in Atlanta, Georgia, working in the film industry, and I am an idiot. I think that's my intro right there. I think that works.
I'm an idiot.
A good summation. It's a good summation there.
They'd all figure out eventually.
lovable
so might as well
idiot.
say it. Yeah.
So, I mean, you mentioned that you're in the film industry. I mean, do you want to dive deeper into that? What that is exactly for anyone out there that might be wanting to get into film?
I just started the past. I've been working for about a year and a half, 2 years. Just trying to get my way up. Been working as a PA on multiple different projects. It's a good time. I mean, it's really hard to climb up, but it's really fun. And if you want to do it, I highly recommend it because it's attainable to get involved. And there's nothing cooler than working and being on set. But I highly recommend if you want to do it, hit me up. My name is Jacob Agel. You can find me anywhere. Yeah.
Find them on all the Twitters.
Yep.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Get you on Insta. Yep. Slide in my DMs, as the kids do.
Sorry, everyone. I'm in the process of getting a tattoo. So.
Professional here's.
Yeah. That's what makes the show more exciting.
So if I start swearing and saying "fuck," I apologize now.
What are you getting a tattoo of?
Your mom. Boom. Gotcha.
Oh, Sandy's a nice lady.
Oh.
I don't. Maybe you should have asked her about getting a tattoo of her.
I don't know if she's that nice of a
my
lady.
body. It's my body. I could do with it how I want.
Maybe so, but hello.
No, that's Landis. That's Jacob. This is our Noah and I's. She's our roommate. She's cool. She chills.
It is so fucking hot in here.
Grant, you look like you're in a little sex room right there, man. Tell him.
God damn, dude. It is warm.
Blankets. Sound blankets, man. They're very thick. Yeah. Well, Jacob, have you thought about getting a tattoo or something now that we brought it up? My mother absolutely despises tattoos, and I actually have like a phobia or like an undying hatred for people drawing on me. So I don't think I could do that. Oh, yeah? If somebody draws on me, I freak out. I have like a panic attack, and I just have to clean it up. I hate it. It's really weird. So I don't think I could do it.
If you were to get something, what would you get?
I've honestly never thought about it because my mom would probably disown me. I've literally never even thought about it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat. I haven't really thought of what I'd want to get. I mean, my mom wouldn't care too much about me getting a tattoo. It's just, I don't know anything that I would like to put on my body. Yeah. So.
No, you have any tattoos?
On your body?
I'll put you on my body.
I don't have any tattoos.
Would you get
any? No. I think I talked about this earlier, but there's stuff that we do in the lab, and when they used to tattoo rats on the bottom of their feet, it would show up in their lymph nodes and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. And so it was just a bunch of black ink, and it only disappeared once they started moving to Sharpie.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like it just all gets eaten up by your body eventually.
Everything.
Just
eaten up by her body.
just gets gunked up in the stuff that's supposed to keep you healthy. So I was like, oh, that does not sound right.
I can feel that. That sounds horrifying.
Yeah.
Looks good. Tons of old people out there still have tattoos, so.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're sitting down.
Oh. So how have you guys been? It's been like a good weekend for Landis to have you up there. What have you all been doing?
It's been super nice. Well,
I would
first
say
day, first day we had you guys over. We went golfing.
That is
We
correct.
had the Tom's ice cream.
that shit is
Freaking
fire.
Super fire. And then
So-
last night we went over to our friend from high school, Clayton, and we played poker. We got hammered again. Like the other night, we also got housed. So,
As is tradition.
What'd y'all do when we left?
we got housed.
Yeah, we did this thing on Rocket League. Every time they scored a goal, we'd drink 2, and every time we scored a goal, we'd drink 1. We were
Man,
drinking
we
2 a
sucked.
lot. We were drinking
We
2 a lot.
sucked.
They scored a lot of goals on us.
I think they had like 6 goals within the first like 3 minutes, and we're just like,
Yeah.
we need to change a game. We need to go
Yeah.
play Madden or something because this is not going to end up well for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we went golfing on the New Albany Links today. I don't know if you guys have gone there before, but it was really nice.
No.
Really hard course. Really hard. I lost a lot of balls.
I
You
hit
went
a
all the
house.
way up to New Albany.
Yeah, we just
Oh,
came from
you
there.
skipped
That's
it
where Clayton lives. So
Oh, okay.
right
Yeah,
up
that's
in
a
that
nice
area.
there.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Really
Yeah,
nice.
we saw a super nice Corvette in the parking lot. So
Yep.
That doesn't surprise me.
definitely some money in that area.
Corvettes, Mercedes, Teslas.
We almost got hit by a Mercedes.
Oh, there you go.
People don't know how to drive, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how'd you guys shoot?
Oh, we didn't do too bad.
I shot a lot better than I did the other day. Like
It
other
was
than me,
getting better.
other than me hitting a house
Yeah.
today, I think I did pretty well. So like, I think.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. We were like, we went the whole entire course. We had a little bet going. We are like, what was it, over under 1 hitting the house the whole time? What was it?
So my over under was 1.5, and then Clayton hit a shed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, we might not hit 2. And then like
Yeah.
we're on the 18th drive. I'm like, all right, well let's see what happens. Hopefully I can hit the fairway. And nope, I just hit it. It hooked super right, like immediately. I'm like,
God.
oh, this is gonna hit a window. But
It was
luckily,
going for this bay window too, like this
Yeah.
massive, like decorative, like probably super expensive, and it fucking just banged right off the top of the roof, and maybe even double dipped on another
Yeah.
house as it came on the other side. So it was
Ooh.
he got his money's worth on the house hit.
Yeah, it was
There
a
you
hell
go.
of a hit. It was a hell of a
I
hit.
think most of those places are insured though, so.
I mean,
You'd hope
probably,
so.
but
There was one time I was golfing. This place isn't in business anymore, but it was called Shamrock. And I went with Austin. I hadn't interacted with this guy too much, but it turns out he was stinking hilarious and a terrible golfer. So they got houses, of course, right on the side of the
like Jacob.
fairway. And he just hooks it right in and just smacks right into the vinyl of this guy's house off the tee. And then we're like driving up and we're going, and the guy like is on his porch, and it's an Asian dude, and he of course doesn't speak good English, and so he's just sitting there yelling. It's like, "Hey, your ball by hit my house," and then he's just sitting there like trying to be polite and everything. He's like, "I'm sorry, sir. I mean, what do you want me to do about it? Your ball by hit my house." Okay, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, we're no older than 14, and this guy is yelling at the damn dude.
It's a damn
Like, your
shame.
ball by hit my house. You didn't do anything. You didn't come after us. No nothing. Like, get information. It's like, all right, you really just want to yell at people, I guess.
I mean, he probably expects it to happen. I mean,
I mean, you're living there. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like I'm driving it out like a mile
Yeah.
away and it hit somebody's house. No, I'm like, it's 40 yards to the right. It's gonna hit the house. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I suck.
I'm
You
sorry.
live right on it. You live right on a golf course.
Yeah, it's
And
gonna
you shouldn't
happen.
be surprised.
Unfortunately,
Oh yeah, I feel like that guy just didn't get the picture.
there was one guy on that course. He had his whole yard was open, and he was just collecting the balls, and then he had
Yeah.
a sign up said balls for sale. Like you can't go onto his property to get your ball back, but he'll sell it back to you.
Smart man. Very smart man.
There you go. People do that like Murfield Village. I remember them doing that all the time. Just collect balls and sell them.
I
Yeah.
thought about doing the scuba thing where you could dive in, pick up the balls, resell them, make some money off of that.
Some people make a legitimate career out of
Make a
that.
life out of that, dude. Living off that stuff. Crazy.
I've always wanted to go into a pond at a golf course after watching Happy Gilmore and him diving to the bottom of that little pond there.
Get in the ball.
Like thousands of golf balls. Was it really like that, or do they get cleaned fairly regularly?
It was also
I mean, I was trolling around the edge today of one of the ponds there, and I got like 4 or 5, and I wasn't even trying. So, I mean,
every now and again that happens. Just like people don't even look for the ball. They say forget it.
Sometimes after a long day, you just go fuck it. That's there.
that certainly happens. You gotta get a little bit closer to the mic there, buddy.
You got a little bit farther from the mic.
Just say it was really quiet.
So when we left, you guys said you're gonna brew up some IPA. Is that right?
Yeah.
It was pretty good. It looks nice.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
It's bubbling right now. It's doing the old making the alcohols. It looks pretty good. I mean, it smelled good when we were making it. So now it's an IPA, so there's already a boatload of hops in it. And 2 weeks from now, when I'm supposed to put it in the secondary fermenter, it wants me to add even more hops, and I don't know if I'm going to do that. I might just leave them out because powerful. We already put in so many. So it's got good color right now. It looks all right. We were filtering it, trying to make sure that we could kind of keep the nastiness sludge out of it as best we could. So should be all right. And it's gonna filter out or once it sits there for a couple of weeks. So
dregs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you guys got one of those thieves?
I have a
thief to like siphon it out.
I have a siphon.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a faucet on the bottom of the thing that could be used too, depending on where that sludge ends up being at the bottom, if there will be any. Sludge.
How much alcohol is supposed to be in it, like percentage wise?
I have no idea. I don't have a hydrometer, so if I had one, I could have checked, but
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm just worried if it tastes good or I just want to know. At this point, we can't crack her open. She's no more air going to her. Yeah. Next few weeks.
Suffocating her right now for science.
Yeah. So when you crack her open, I mean, I want to be there. I want to try some.
Yeah.
I want to know if you guys succeeded.
I want to try it first before I let you know, because I want to make sure it's halfway decent.
Oh, trust me,
because I've made a few of these now, and I think I've only really liked one of them. So definitely a hit or miss kind of situation.
I mean, keep doing it, you'll get better at it. You know, it's a skill. All skills require time and effort put towards them.
It's a very quarantine skill to have right now, that's for sure.
Oh, it's perfect though. It's like quarantine. Can't go out to the bars. Might as well make your own beer, right?
Yeah.
You're there every day. That's like the big deal, is getting the scheduling for these things. Like you got to be there like in 2 weeks, right?
The timing's a little bit flexible on that. I mean, just pick like a weekend or whatever I have, and I'll just fucking do it, you know. The biggest time commitment is the first day, the brewing day. I mean, we spent like, I don't know, I had to go get some stuff from the store, but I would say total time was probably like 2 hours and 45 minutes, maybe 3, with all the cleaning and stuff that entailed. But then the next biggest day is going to be bottling, and that's not going to be that bad. So,
Do you have bottles?
I got to get some. I have some here, but it's probably not enough.
Are you gonna get twist on caps, or are you gonna get like a little cap press thing?
I should probably get the cap, or the I want like the plug thing with the little you can like plug it on, knock it on, and knock it off. Like those would be cool.
Style type thing.
Yeah, I think I would probably get one of those.
Oh, yeah.
If not, I'll just get regular bottles and get a bottle cap press. So
that's a cheaper way of doing it. The other one seems more expensive.
Yeah, no, that's probably. I don't know. We'll see what I end up doing.
All right, before we go any deeper, and we're on the topic of alcohol here, it's been teased multiple times.
Oh yeah, it's a good segue.
The big story.
I've heard it from Grant, I've heard it from Noah, but I've never heard Jacob's perspective on this night. So, I think everyone knows what we're talking about. Yeah. Jacob, Grant, Noah, just dive in. You know, I never got to experience this. It was out of the blue.
It was a random weekend. It was a random weekend.
So yeah, we know.
Yes. So what was happening was my dad and his dad, they were going to go catch a concert, right?
Yeah.
So we were like,
was this like impromptu as well?
Almost. It was
planned
almost
this like within like a 2-day period. Like
it was pretty like fast. And
I remember already having something going on. Like, you know, I had a friend already there, and I don't know like why I had him over and you guys over at the same time.
I think I remember telling you like we're bringing a bunch of alcohol. Invite whoever you want.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
Because we brought a lot of alcohol.
We were 16. Neither of us knew what we were doing, and we brought. Grant bought a bottle of Maker's Mark. I brought a bottle of vodka, and like we didn't know what was going on.
We had Miller Lights.
How did you guys acquire this alcohol?
I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. Somehow we got this alcohol, but we attained it from a man in a trench coat. Let's just say that. How about that? It was just a random man on the side of the road. We bribed him. I flashed him my tits. He bought us a beer, and then
I let him touch my butt for 5 seconds, and So I really don't want to talk about it any more than that. But yeah,
that's fine. Yeah, understandable.
Anyway, so we head down to Columbus with all of the alcohol in tow, and So we get there and we decide to watch, what was it? Bruce Almighty, yeah. And
I've been singing forever.
Man, I can't hear Jacob at all. Jacob, is the power on?
Good evening. Is my mic?
There it is.
Is my mic good?
There it is. Holy crap!
How long was I out?
I was watching you talk and I wasn't hearing anything. So maybe like.
I think it was recent.
30. It was like 30 seconds.
Well, okay, my bad, boys. So Grant decides, I'm gonna start slugging my Maker's Mark, and by the end of the movie, he has drank the entire bottle of Maker's Mark in a 2-hour and 15-minute period. He'd had a shot of vodka with me. Pretty sure he had like 2 or 3 beers, because this man does not know his limits. It tastes so good.
I was 16, and I was learning what it was. Well, the thing was, I was under the mindset that we had all of this alcohol to consume, and I was like, all right, let's go, let's do it. And I just started drinking, and then like I'd say about halfway through the movie, maybe a little bit longer, I look over and nobody else is drinking like I was. Like they might have had like 1 beer maybe, and I'm over here I'm just every time I slam a shot and then I sit down for like 2 minutes and I'm like, all right, well, time to get another one. And I just kept going, and then finally I set the bottle down, and like all 3 of them look over and they're like, what? Like, you drank a whole bottle? What the fuck? And it was like by the end of the movie, so it was an entire 2 hour long movie.
It's a great movie, but like really, it's like it was a race against time. He wanted to finish it, and like
I was having a party.
Hey, look, man, I've finished bottles. Well, doing a sidewalk slammer, which is typically an hour long, and that's a whole Four Loco plus some malt
Cobra?
liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cobra or whatever you want to use.
Yeah, but that ain't a bottle of Maker's Mark, though.
That's still a lot. That's 2 things of alcohol, and that's in an hour. And I typically finish it before the hour.
Yeah, but anyways.
This man had never touched alcohol in his life.
Yeah.
That's
16,
true. But I'm just saying,
drank the whole
I've been
bottle.
there. I've slammed some bottles.
I think we threw on
Episode 2. Episode 2, yeah.
Episode 2 Star Wars, and I probably made it like 10 minutes before I started vomiting into the toilet in the bathroom there.
You're sitting on the toilet while vomiting in it.
I was doing all kinds of different positions. I was in rough shape, obviously, as you should be after consuming that much alcohol in such a short amount of time. I think I threw up 8 times by my count, and I went and knocked out. So I went and slept on the bed while they were doing this is where Jacob's part is.
Well, I really don't recall a lot of this. All I remember is I learned a shit ton about everything to do with the Romans, and I was enthralled with it. It was amazing, and I only know stuff about it when I'm drunk. Like, I'll remember the facts that I learned.
What? Really?
Yeah, like I'll randomly like be able to talk about it, and I'm like, I don't remember anything at all about it. Nothing about Latin history you had or anything. But like, I'm drunk. I'm like, how do I know that? And I'm like, oh, I guess it just works in this mindset, just.
You literally had the entire freaking No, you remember, like, I think you said it was like the Roman, like, comparisons to modern days or something like that.
They're doing the comparisons there, yeah.
It was like the cultural effects of Rome on modern day.
Yeah.
It was a co-lecture by me and my friend. And he was exactly enthralled. He was eating it up. And we were like, this isn't boring, And he's like, no. And we get on the edge of his seat. What's next? Like practically just right there. It's like, this stuff's awesome.
You guys have watched the show Drunk History. I was literally getting a drunk history lesson, and like I was learning about treachery. I was learning about how everything works out today. It was amazing, and like I was just rocking back and forth like drunk as shit. But like I was excited. I was in it, and it was a doozy of a time. I loved it. I don't remember very much about any of the facts I learned, but all I remember is I had a damn good time, and I think that's what matters most.
I really would have liked to have been there for that lesson. I would have liked to have learned that, but
I mean, you were there, but you weren't there.
Yeah, I was sleeping on the couch. And back to my part. Back to my part.
I don't think
or bed. It was on his bed. And back to
we only started doing the lectures like when we were pretty sure that you were okay.
Yeah. I was put to bed.
I was
put to bed, and you guys started doing the lecture. Yeah. So
it's not like you're in there dying, and we're just out here learning about the history. Like, what kind of shitty people right?
There's a PowerPoint presentation.
Hey, shut up in there. We're learning. Just
shut up in there. I put a lot of work into putting this together, okay? So next thing I know, when I'm sleeping there, I feel like the blanket being tugged from my hands, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, what is going on right now? Like, who's taking my blanket? And I wake up and I look at Noah, and he's like, I said, what are you doing? Why are you taking my blanket? He's like, it's a towel. I'm like, what do you mean? And then I like look down, and I'm sleeping with a freaking towel, and I was just like, all right, yeah, take it. I don't know why I was sleeping with a towel, but he promptly hooked me up with a blanket after that. But
it was just like, Grant, you can't go to sleep with a towel. If someone sees you in the morning, they're gonna be like, what the hell is going on here? Why did he go to sleep with a towel?
I forgot about that. We were like trying our best, like not to like alert your parents at all about the copious amounts of alcohol that were in their basement and what was being consumed. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's true.
We did a good job staying quiet with how loud we probably were, though, realistically, because I was probably yelling. I get drunk, I yell. Like, that's just what happens. So,
It wasn't abnormal yelling.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's important.
That's fair, yeah.
There's normal amount of like 4 boys yelling.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yep.
Later, I think it was like a week later or something. You guys took most of the remnants, but you're like, "Oh, thanks for being a good host," and then you just left me the leftovers of the beer.
Yeah, I think we left the Miller.
Yeah.
And so I just had the Miller case, and like I hadn't touched it yet, but I don't know what for. But my sister was probably like looking for a game or a DVD or something, so she opened up the ottoman and she's like, "Nice stash of beer." And I was like, "Well, at least you found it. That's fine."
Yeah.
Nice stash of beer.
Yeah.
Where's
Gotta
this man
love-
going?
I don't know. He's gone on an adventure.
Yeah.
It's all darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Open the damn door up again.
Hold on. I'm gonna end up leaving and coming back in because my tattoo is done for the moment. My finger was swelling.
Your tats too.
My tattoo, and I'll be hopping back on my computer. So
Okie dokie.
Change machines.
Change to doohickey. All right.
Yeah.
Do
So don't be
hickeys.
talking shit about me when I'm gone.
Oh, thank goodness he's gone,
We'll
guys.
have
Now
to
we can
squeeze
like,
it in quickly.
You'll listen to the episode if we talk shit about it, so like he'll know.
Yeah, he edits it.
Yeah, he put it together. So.
Damn it, they were talking shit about me. Just cut them out. Yeah, I remember that night, and we were all on the love seat, except for
Yeah.
Grant. Grant also, like, kind of partied himself up to the table by the freezer,
Yep.
and there was just one chair. I don't know what chair it was, but it was just him over there. Us three were, like, squished on
Yep.
this love seat, and so we were all kind of, like, the same pace.
Yep.
And whoever was there on the corner was like clearly like Grant must have been like behind, and so no
Yeah.
one could see him drinking at all.
Yeah.
He's just doing his own thing.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Okay.
if-
Tiger
it
started.
would have been
up.
hard.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
Here we go.
It would have been hard for us to get up, like, because literally we were squished like sardines. Like, he's over there willy nilly, all the elbow room in the world, just chowing them down, drinking like it's gonna go bad. Like, good
See,
God,
if
bro.
I was smart, I should have been offering shots out too, like shots, like
I think
like we
you
did.
did. I'm pretty sure you did.
Everybody's like, nah.
Like, we were also
Like, we're
just
not done.
beginning. Like, none of us were feeling it yet. Like, granted, we got there eventually, which was great, but like, you were just like, like,
Yeah, I've never been drunker in my life, so I mean,
I feel that whole what you were talking about earlier being, you're drinking heavily and then you look around and no one is at where you're at.
Yeah.
I've been there. I think the drunkest I've been, I was at my ex's. She had a party. Well, we weren't dating at the time, but she had a party. I came over. I drank. I think I had 1 or 2 mimosas that morning,
ooh.
plus 2. I think I had 2 cider beers left over because me and my other roommate at the time, we were like, I was like, hey, you want to have like mimosas? We went out, we got mimosas, we got like fancy cheese, a spread, and I was like, let's get fancy with this and let's drink. And he was like, oh, fuck yeah, let's do it. So we did that, had mimosas that morning, a couple ciders. I go to the party. I have a handful of Bud Lights, and then there's vodka shots. Well, I was the only one who was shooting, and I probably had a good handful plus before even halftime of the Ohio State game. And I just remember sitting in the kitchen, and like I could just feel it coming, and I was like, I'm going to the bathroom. I threw up in her roommate's toilet
oh god.
once, twice. About 3 or 4 times I think I threw up that night, and I would constantly close the door and like lock it so people couldn't come in because I didn't want anyone to mess with me. Yeah, ended up leaving that party, came back here, passed out on our bathroom floor, woke up that night, and got Dairy Queen.
Oh, you gotta get DQ. Good move. Good move.
That was that story.
Oh god.
It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't my brightest moment. But yeah. Definitely was going a lot harder than everyone else. By the time I came out of the bathroom, was leaving, like, everyone at the party clapped, which was, a big middle finger to everyone fucking there. Oh, he's alive! Ah, fuck you, fuckers.
Jacob, your mic's not working again.
Yeah, it is.
What? Me?
Wait, what?
No, Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob's mic's. It's
Oh, I can
quiet.
hear. He's just
Mike's
super
not
soft. Yeah. He's just quiet.
But, yeah.
There it is. Well, Dairy Queen's a good call, though.
Dairy Queen's a very good call.
Yeah, that's
I don't remember what I had though.
perfect.
My go-to for Dairy Queen is a twist cone with crunch coat. I could thank my father for the crunch coating. That's how I learned about it. It was through him.
Is that a bunch of nuts?
And
What is that?
It's you get sprinkles and you get like these little peanut cluster type things that are on there. It's God's gift to humans, is what it is.
Like Captain Crunch.
It's delicious. Anyone out there who's never had crunch coat at Dairy Queen or doesn't even know what it is, go to Dairy Queen, get yourself like just a small cone. If you're scared, okay, get yourself like a small cone. I go with the twist. I used to only do vanilla. Chocolate's fine, but vanilla's better, and twist is a good mixture of both worlds. And you get the crunch coat with it, and it's golden.
Hell yeah. Okay. I'll try that. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm all the way in.
Oh, you got
I'm
me
glad.
onto it. Now that's all I get. It's practically
great.
all I get. Yeah,
It's great.
it's pretty good.
What's your go-to, Landis?
At Dairy Queen,
Yeah.
peanut butter milkshake.
He loves those peanut butter milkshakes.
Get a milkshake at Dairy Queen?
I
That's what
peanut
I
butter
always say,
milkshake.
bro.
Not a
That's what I
blizzard?
always say.
I don't know, man. I like the peanut butter milkshake.
That's
All
odd.
right.
That's odd.
Yeah, he's weird.
That's
That's
like
confirmed that they had milkshakes this year. It
that's
made no sense to me.
peanut butter milkshake at Dairy Queen. That'd be like someone like me asking you, like, what do you get at McDonald's? What's your favorite go-to? And they say the salad.
It's not that bad.
It's just not what you expect, If they said like a quarter pounder with cheese, Big Mac, or even just a regular old cheeseburger, that's understandable. That's why you go into McDonald's. Even the chicken nuggets. Although I think Wendy's got the superior chicken nugget there.
Chick-fil-A does.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Chick-fil-A is just chicken though, so you would expect them to have
Upper
good
echelon.
chicken. Yeah.
Upper
You pay
echelon.
for it, by the way. That shit's expensive.
True.
It's worth it though. It's worth it.
Super
This
expensive.
is what I get when I go to Chick-fil-A. Regular old chicken sandwich, mac and cheese. I take the mac and cheese and I put it on the chicken sandwich. And you get yourself a little side of fries. And then you're in heaven.
That sounds delicious. Like it sounds
It's
like
amazing.
I'm gonna OD, but like it sounds delicious.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Uh,
It's
Good
good.
mac and cheese, good.
I like it.
Yeah.
It ain't bad.
I've never been a big fan of
Not
it. But
bad.
I've only ever had it cold though, so I wouldn't really know.
You gotta get it warm.
Yeah.
Gotta get it warm. It's
I
if
like
we're
they
going
serve
like
it warm, right?
yeah.
But yeah. No, it actually comes out and it's like really cold and like it's got ice all on it and you gotta crack it open. It's like
Because it's frozen.
It's
Yeah.
got that weird, like, kind of, fat around the
Yeah,
noodle. It
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
look
yeah.
appetite. It has a texture.
Congealed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
curdling. Ugh.
You can't buy it at Chick-fil-A. You have to go to Giant Eagle or some retailer and buy it frozen there. That's where you get it from.
Stofers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, Stouffer's is the greatest frozen because then you cook it and then you get the little crisp edges on the side there in the corners.
Like a bake.
Lord, it's so good.
So,
So
I'm
good.
looking at Mr. Bagel here, and I see that he has a missing front tooth.
He does. Yes, I do. Yeah.
What is the fascinating story behind this missing tooth?
So okay. All right. Hello, my name is Jacob Lusegel, and I am missing my front tooth. And this is because on the weekend after Halloween, My Chemical Romance had just announced that they were going to go back on tour, and I, big ass fan of them.
Oh, gotta be
a big fan. So then that's my birthday weekend. So we went to a bar that has karaoke with a live band. They have a drummer, they have a bassist, they have a guitarist, and then you're the rock and roll singer. You get to live out your dreams being a rock and roller baby. It's a great time. But I get
awesome.
Sweet.
I get birthday hammered. Okay, it's bad. I can barely stand. I'm kissing people on the forehead, telling them I love them. I'm drunk. I am drunk. But then I go up. I'm like, all right, it's my birthday. I'm gonna perform. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? Welcome to the Black Parade by MCR. Bring the house down. I get up there. It's going great. I do the slow part. I'm killing it. It's a great ass time. But then the little breakdown that goes the dun 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 dun, and I straight up headbutt the fucking microphone on my shit, and my tooth comes loose. I'm panicking, but you got to keep going. The show must go on. I keep pushing through. Fucking tooth wiggling in my mouth. I can barely feel it. I can barely feel my extremities, dude. I'm just fucking going. And then I finished the song. I think I did well. I don't know. Who's to say? They clapped. I had a good time. Get out of the crowd. I'm like, holy shit, my mouth hurts. But I had a great time. Anyway, that was also daylight savings time. So I got an extra hour of drinking. So I was so drunk when I got home. We get out the Uber. I throw up in my front yard. Crazy. But then I wake up the next day. I'm like, my mouth is on pain. It's on pain. Yes. So yeah. So then I go to the dentist and they're like, yeah, we got to take this out. This thing is fucked. And that was in November, and it is about to be July, and I still don't have a fucking tooth. So fun stuff, baby.
It's gonna get fixed in about 10 days, though, right?
It's in about 10 days, and I broke my little flipper thing yesterday eating chicken wings like a dumbass I am. So.
The retainer guy?
Yeah, the little fake tooth thing, yeah, I broke it on a chicken wing, and I'm like, oh, did I just swallow my freaking fake tooth? Nope, it's just chilling on the bone, blending in. I'm like, well, that's good. I didn't swallow that. That would have been really bad.
I thought you did for sure.
I was horrible.
I'm like, oh my god! Painful. I saw the look on your face, and that's exactly what was going through your mind. You're like, did I just eat my tooth?
Yeah, it was pure panic. I'm like, I'm gonna shit that out, and it's gonna hurt so bad.
You were already dealing with a bone from a chicken.
Yeah, I ate a chicken bone. I gotta stop eating chicken wings. I freaking 2 weeks ago I swallowed a chicken wing bone while I was eating, and I'm like, oh, this hurts. I could feel it going all the way down. I'm like, Dad, am I gonna die? I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, you're making fun of me for eating boneless chicken wings. I think you should make the transition.
I think you should go to boneless.
Never. I'm sorry, no. I'm a damn man. I'm eating bone-in chicken wings.
It's glorified chicken fingers, and it's amazing.
I feel like a lot of people don't know how to eat chicken wings with the bone in. I see too many people using two hands. It's a single hand food item.
One hand. Yep. I'm a freaking master at it, dude. I'll take it all. I'll take the flat off in one bite and all that. It's a great time.
So do I.
I know what I'm doing.
He cracks it on the table and then he slurps it up.
I don't even need to crack it on the table. I put it in my mouth and I'm able to just kind of snap the two bones and you just pull it and suck.
So it's gross to watch though. That's for sure. Yeah.
It's how you eat a chicken wing.
Yep.
Too many people out here with two hands.
Yep.
It's a single hand food item.
The thing with boneless wings is it's so easy to dip them into ranch. That's my favorite thing. You can cover the whole wing with ranch so easily.
You could cover the whole thing with ranch with bone in. It doesn't change.
But then you're not getting it all over your fingers then.
Ranch is disgusting. You gotta eat the wing raw, baby. So I get no enjoyment out of dipping my shit in
no
ranch.
sauce.
So like your ploy to get me to do boneless is not working.
Yeah.
Try again.
Yeah. Anyways, everyone knows it's all about the blue cheese dressing.
No,
Ugh.
fuck you. That's
terrible.
disgusting.
That's awful.
What's wrong with
You're
you?
wrong.
It gets a good. You get a good tang.
I'd rather raw dog it with Jacob.
Yeah, let's raw dog that shit, baby.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
What's
I
the
know- I
go-to
know.
wing place then? Because if we're being honest, B-Dubs has really it's gone downhill.
It's falling off.
B-Dubs
It's fallen
is
off for sure. Quaker Steak and Lube, my favorite wing spot.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
saying.
I have to.
Quaker
I
steak's
would
pretty
say,
good.
Yeah,
What do they got? That Buckeye barbecue or something?
Mm-hmm.
it's
That
really,
stuff's
really
pretty good.
There's a Roosters that's over here that's not too bad, but I think I prefer Quaker Steak over it. So
We're always getting delivery from Wings Over. And
Wings
they got
Over's
that.
good.
They got that bourbon flavor.
Wings
and,
Over.
oh my lord, that's good.
I get the Louisiana Sweet Heat. That's my go-to sauce from
That's
Wings
good.
Over.
That one's pretty good too.
Yo, their chicken wraps are really good too, though. You ever want like a good chicken wrap? Highly recommend that from Wings Over.
I didn't think Wings Over was a national chain. I just thought that was
It's
like
not.
a local spot.
I mean, I used to get it in Athens, and then they brought one to Columbus. So like, it's good.
Yeah, there's a couple. There's
Yeah.
a couple in Columbus.
That
Is
makes
it
more
regional? You know where
Yeah.
it started?
I think I'd actually,
Seems like
In America,
I'd be lying if I said I knew
Sure.
where I started. So
started in the U.S. of A., I believe.
True. Don't
That's
forget
all
it.
That's all I could tell you. That's all I would know.
you guys ever had
America
DP dough?
Wings Over.
What?
Yeah, I've had
dough?
DP dough.
DP dough is
Yeah.
good shit.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, calzones, man, they slap.
Yeah.
They're all right, but I grew up with the good shit back home. I grew up with some good calzones, good stromboli. So it's just not the same because the calzones at DP dough, they're just like they're like 6 inches.
Yeah, they gotta
They're
fit in a
alright.
box.
Yeah.
Brothers Pizza in Warren, Ohio. Everyone, you get a calzone or a stromboli there. It ain't 6 inches. That thing is at least a foot. It fits in a goddamn box.
Squeezing it in there like a
Brothers
torn
Pizza.
suitcase.
Brothers Pizza in Warren and Brothers Pizza in Champion. Those are the two spots. Hit them up. It's
Represent. Woo
it
woo.
is, oh my god. The stromboli and the calzones are pretty good. They also got a damn good whatchamacallit, a pepperoni roll. You got a damn good pepperoni roll there too.
ASMR.
Oh, baby.
So yeah,
There
we
we
went
go.
to Athens.
Oh,
Jake,
dude, I was totally
right?
going to ask him about
Yeah,
that.
I'll
I was
tell you.
totally going
But- I mean, like it's kind of like the foodie college here in Ohio,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of good shit down there, man. Drunk food, my favorite there is it's between
the Euro place?
yeah, the Euro place, freaking Slovakia's.
Your dad with the.
Yeah. My dad got kicked out of Slovakia's when he was drunk once, so that was kind of fun.
They thought he was,
But,
they thought he was spitting on
hold
the
it.
wall.
He thought he was
You
spitting
can't-
on the wall. He's just hanging out. Like,
What
why would my
happened-
father
what
spit on the
happened here?
wall? Why would my father spit on the wall? Who do you think
He got
he is?
kicked
just
out because
looked
they
at
think
the
he was
wall?
just spitting on the
What
wall.
was he doing?
He was just hanging out. He was just minding his own business, being an old man, drunk as hell, and they're like, "Hey, get out of here! You're spitting on the wall." He's like, "What are you talking about? I'm not spitting on no wall. Who spits on a wall?" They give us their food, and they're like, "Get the hell out of here!" And they're like, "All right, damn." But- Nice ladies, nice place. Highly recommend Slovakia's if you're ever in Athens. Drunk as hell, best drunk food I've ever had.
Just don't look like you're spitting on the wall.
Yeah, just don't spit on walls. That's all it takes.
They make more than euros, right? Like
They make
other
gyros.
stuff, too.
Ashley gets corn dogs. There's a great side called their cheese balls. Cheese balls are divine.
Yeah, you heard me. I remember
Love the
you
cheese
were
balls.
telling me about the cheese balls before.
Yeah.
Those do sound really good.
Do you want some cheese balls?
Get some cheese curds.
It's pretty much like spicy cheese curds are pretty much what they are. They're freaking amazing. Especially when you can
Jackie-O.
barely stand. Oh,
Jackie-O's is down there too, right? The brewery.
yeah, Jackie-O's is great.
Yeah.
Beer's really good. Food there, if you're ever at the brewery, is like top notch. The food is amazing. It's really good.
Do they have a specialty, or is it just?
Their pizza's good. I've had their fish and chips, which they base in their beer, which is pretty good. And I think I've had fish tacos there that were pretty good. But I've like ate there a bunch. Like I love that spot. So
Yeah. The rooftop bar was actually pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, it's
Because you could
beautiful.
see a decent bit of the strip, if I remember. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's a
Yeah.
good spot. That's a great place to hang out, especially because all of Athens, pretty much, you can get in if you're under 21 and you have a decent fake. But Jackie O's like, nah, you're not getting in if you're under 21. So it's like a really good place to go if you're old enough. To
Yeah.
just hang out with your friends, just have some good beer and hang out. Like, it's the perfect spot. So that roof is amazing.
That would be nice.
Yeah. And the wood is just great in the bar. It all looks... It's just high class. It's
Very
nice
much
just
so.
to go and relax and enjoy yourself.
It's one of the only really nice bars in Athens. I will say that. Yeah.
I think the next time I'm down there, I think I should go there.
You definitely should. You and Anthony
Oh,
should go there.
absolutely.
Yeah, go there. We went to the Outback down there last time I was there with them, the steakhouse. So
Yeah.
we didn't really branch out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, you gotta get
Outback
those rolls.
Steakhouse in
baby.
Athens. That's probably where it's at, huh?
Yeah. No, it was
Did you get the
it wasn't
Bloomin' Onion?
no, it wasn't the Outback. It was the Texas
It's
Roadhouse.
the Texas Roadhouse. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
want to
So
pick
Well, they
up
got
the-
their own.
but-
They got their own Bloomin' Onion. Did you get that one?
no, it's the what's it? The cactus. It's like the prickly cactus or something. What it is.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
thing. It's just a big
Yeah.
old onion.
The waitress made sure to correct us when we said the bloomin' onion. She's like, it's the prickly cactus.
She said, "Listen here, fuckers."
It's the prickly cactus.
Yeah,
not
whatever the
cheese.
hell it is. Yeah, like it's an awful name because I can't remember exactly what it is. But
You're a prickly cactus. Just like what?
Yeah.
To which Grant responded, "No, ma'am, I shaved my pubic area."
I was out with my mom. That would be awkward.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, because he
I would
doesn't want to
laugh.
treat his mom. No, ma'am. He shaves his pubic area.
Now listen here, waitress lady. I just want the damn onion that's fried. That's all I want. I don't care I don't care what it is.
Just bring me out the goddamn onion that is deep fried.
Let me kill myself with an onion, ma'am. Thank you.
Bam. Wham bam. Thank you, man.
Those onions are huge.
Yeah, they're ridiculously big.
Yeah, they get like first pickings on the giant mutant onions, size of baby heads.
Yeah, we've
I think
talked
it's a
about
specific
food a
onion.
lot this episode. A lot of food.
Where it's at.
What's
Oh, is
wrong with
Jacob
that?
and Jack? Yeah.
I like food. You don't like food, Grant?
I'm just saying we've talked about a lot of food.
Oh,
You don't like that Jacob likes talking about food?
Hey, by all means, change the subject to something more interesting than food, Grant. Go ahead.
Yeah, Grant.
I'm just
What do we
saying.
got?
I try to direct it back to Jacob, and then somehow we end up on food again.
They asked me what the good spots in Athens are. I'm giving them in. I'm giving the people what they want to hear.
Landis.
Are there any good golf courses down there by Athens?
I've never been golfing in Athens. Pretty much all I did down there was drink and make
You
movies.
know of any courses down there?
I mean, we have one on that like students could go to for cheap, and there's like some country clubs around there, but like I really never
Probably
went.
not.
I didn't start picking up golf until I graduated. Like past 2 or 3 years, I've been playing a shit ton.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm gonna go downstairs and get me some food. I'm hungry,
Okay.
so
All right.
just wanted to put that out there. Since we're not allowed to talk about food anymore,
I didn't say we're not allowed
Hey,
to
what
talk
are you
about
making?
food.
I got some chicken breast and I threw it in a slow cooker and covered it in Italian dressing. There's
Ooh,
some
yeah.
cream cheese on top of that and some shredded cheese, and then I got a box of pasta and I threw that in there. So that's what I made. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Slow cookers are where it's at. You know, you just put it in there and walk away. It's amazing.
Baby. It's awesome.
Come back, food's done.
Mm-hmm.
What was I going to say? I was going to ask you something. Oh, yeah. What about the movies? Can we see like one of these movies on YouTube?
I mean, like the stuff I made in college is all available, like on YouTube. Like I can send you the links to them, I think.
Yeah.
But like, let's see. I worked on a show called Boomerang, which has been on BET, which is pretty good. And then I worked on Suicide Squad 2, which will be coming out next August. But then like all of my stuff that we made at school, I can pretty much send you all the links to those. Those are pretty fun. I really enjoyed those because like it was just me and my buddies and friends all working our asses off every weekend instead of partying.
Is the one that you filmed at the prison? Is that one on YouTube?
Yeah, that one's on. That one's on YouTube, and that one is really good. That one took us like 2 months to film, like a whole year for prep, pretty much, and then like.
I remember like every weekend you were working on that one.
Yeah, that one was really good.
Yeah.
What prison was it?
We went to the prison in Wheeling, West Virginia. And,
damn.
No, it's not Wheeling. I'm sorry. It's Moundsville, the Moundsville prison, and that's where Charles Manson wanted to get sent there because he grew up in the area around there, and he wanted to get sent there from home because from him being out in L.A. on the death penalty, he wanted to go back there, but they've been
LeBron James going back to Cleveland.
Exactly. Only not at all like that at all. But that we filmed there, and the movie's called Pelican Bar. You can look it up on YouTube. THE Pelican Bar. I don't know why I spelled the and not Pelican or bar.
What's it about?
That's about a troubled youth girl who does a lot of. She really really bad with her parents, and like she's really lashing out and stuff. So then they send her away to a girls' boarding school, but it's not really a boarding school at all. And like she gets tortured and a bunch of crap happens to her, and then like she's got to figure out like how to come with herself and like get through it all. And it's a really good movie. Like my buddy wrote
emotional
it.
movie.
Yeah. It's a lot going on. Like my buddy Andrew edited one of the scenes where like she's getting tortured, and it's probably my favorite thing of anything that any of us made in college. Like it is awesome. Like it's really horrifying. It gives me chills watching it. So yeah.
I kind of want to watch it now.
I highly recommend that one.
I want to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
How long is it?
That's about 46 minutes, I want to say. Yeah. No, we made that junior year, and the one we made senior year is about 25. I think that might be on YouTube. I don't think that's on YouTube. Hold on, let me check.
Did you get the cast through the university, or how'd you
No,
you guys cast the cast?
We cast them online. Like we set some feelers out, and some people we casted through the university for like our.
Did you take part of the auditions? Were you doing the auditions?
For All Boy, we did. I was a part of the audition process where we chose what's going on, but not in the Pelican Bar. So.
Well, how was that process? How was that?
That process is fun. So that process is pretty good. You take what things are called sides, which is part of the script that you want people to read for you. You send it out, and then they'll read it. And then they'll figure out if they're right for the part or not, and then they'll send in a videotape of them auditioning for it, and then you go through those, went through about 15 or 20 for the different positions and roles we wanted people to fill.
Were any of them really bad?
I mean, some people just miss their mark. It's nothing against them or anybody. It's not what we want out of things. So everybody in their mind had directors especially have a role in mind what they want.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people just nail it I want that. It's a lot more I need that person rather than oh no way that person. It's a lot more this person has good qualities, that person has better qualities, let's go with them kind of thing. But that's always a fun process. And me and my friends all did that together, and that was a good time. So yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah. Casting's fun. I mean, at least in the small scale with school. In the big times, I interned at a management company. So their job, when I was interning out in LA, their job was sending people to potentially get auditions. So you just kind of look online at what people are looking for, and you send them their headshots, and then you send them the scripts. If they match the descriptions, they'll go over and they'll potentially they'll audition to potentially get the role. So that's always kind of fun. But that's a dog world.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
Speaking about film, I don't know if they asked, but I guess what aspect of film do you really want to get involved in? Where do you want to see yourself in the future?
In the future, I kind of want to. I either want to produce. I want to be a coordinator, which is pretty much just making sure everything's going really smoothly, making sure everybody's getting everything they need. I really like that job. My boss, I work directly with our coordinator, and he's the coolest man ever. He worked on Armageddon when he was a PA, and a bunch of stuff like that growing up. All the movies I loved. he really cool dude, and I'm like, you know what, that would be a fun thing to do. Just really like make sure like everything's going well, make sure everything's working out well. Like it sounds like a very high stress job, but like it'd be good, a lot of fun. I'd like to do that. I would like to produce, or I'd like to end up in a writer's room, man. Like writer's rooms would be great. I feel like I would like fucking do great in one because like it's just like you and a bunch of really smart people all together trying to come up with this great story to tell an audience.
Think
like
tank.
together, yeah, a little think tank, and like I would thrive in one of those.
Yeah, I think you would do pretty well. I mean, you've told me a couple of your scene ideas, your ideas for things, and I think the one you told me was really good.
Yeah.
So I mean, you definitely have some potential there. So
It's all about like just watching movies and like knowing what you A would love to see, and B what you think other people would like to see, and B just telling a good ass story that you understand and it's coming from a place that you love, and like that's kind of the key to writing. And like I feel like the more if I write more and more and more, like get it all down, maybe something will come of it. But who knows, man? Just right now having a good time. So.
Yeah.
What would be cool is I know a lot of writers get their ideas from their dreams. I'm pretty bad at remembering dreams, but I've always wanted to have like a notepad. So like when I first wake up, like write down quickly like what it was about, so that maybe like one of those could like be something interesting to think about or write about or make a story about.
Oh, for sure. I've gotten ideas for my dreams, and like I keep a lot of stuff in my notes app on my phone.
Yeah.
Because you always have your phone, and like I can like text it, or I can like do a voice memo if I like really have an idea, and like I don't want it to like mess up like the way that the wording is, because that text doesn't work sometimes.
Yeah.
So like, say I wake up in the middle of the night with an idea, like I'll just go into my voice memos, and I'll just record everything I remember about it. And sometimes it leads to something good, something interesting. A lot of times it's absolute shit.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes your dreams don't really go coherently together, but there might be an idea or two here that might be
of course,
kind of
that's all it is. You got to swing if you want to hit the ball, baby. So like, yeah.
Have you ever wrote anything completely, or is it just kind of thoughts all jammed together?
I mean, I wrote some things completely like all the way throughout. Like I did a what's it called? There was and when I went to Ireland, I studied abroad in Ireland. We had a short story that we had to adapt into a script. So I like kind of adapted that whole thing, and that was kind of hard, taking a short story that's like probably I want to say like 45 pages and making it into a 15-page script. That's kind of hard, like taking something somebody else says and like put it into something that's coherent, something that A, you would want to watch, and B, something that makes sense. It's something that's going to be awesome. Like, and I really enjoyed that process. Adapting is really hard, especially when it's Irish and like you barely understand that culture. But like I learned about it. But that's kind of fun. And then like I've wrote other stuff too. Like a lot of projects in college were like writing like short stuff. But then like nowadays, ever since I graduated, it's just kind of I write pretty much 3/4 of things, and then I don't know how to end them, and then I stop. So like I just have a lot of stuff in the think tank just brewing right now. But like I got like 3 or 4 scripts just sitting there, almost done, and then like I'll come up with an ending probably while I'm writing another one, like jump over to something else and then finish them up, and we'll see how it goes, man. Like I am not good at finishing things, but I have the ideas to get going. So
and endings are so hard. I mean, I write short stories here and there, and like I swear to God, half my short stories always end up in the person dying, because like I don't know how to end it. Like it's like he dies. Like like that's an ending, you know. It's like
it's something.
He ate
it's
his
a very finite
cake.
ending.
And then he had a heart attack and died. Boom.
And then he woke up. Just like
it's hard to end it, because you don't know like how everybody wants it to be something kind of unique or whatever, but like I don't know, it's hard to wrap things up. But
yeah, I agree completely.
It's not easy, but
only way you get better at it is you keep doing it.
Oh yeah, it's a bitch and a half, but it's fun though. It's absolutely fun.
Yeah. For the short story that you adapted into a script, how did you go about that? Did you try and go like one for one with the actual short story, or was it more like what you thought the story was portraying?
So like if I did pretty much exactly what happens in the story. I didn't like really stray that far from it. Like a lot of people, they take something, they adapt it, and they completely change it. I really love this story. The story was about the IRA kidnaps 2 people in the British Army. and then like they become friends with these people, and then they are told by their higher ups they got to kill these guys, and like they don't want to, and they take them out in the woods, and then they're like, we're friends, like why are you gonna kill us? And then just bop, throw them in a shallow grave, and just going on their day, and then like they're really upset and shit. It was fascinating to me, like the pain of like killing people that you've grown to like enjoy, but like it's for the cause, and like I just really enjoyed that. So like I didn't really stray far from it at all, but it was when you have the words, you have like big ass chunks of paragraph, and you got to put that into something you can see on screen is a lot harder than being able to just like read it in a book just to understand how they feel. You have to like make what they say or how they're acting portray how they feel. So you got to take a lot of the internal stuff and make it external, which I find really difficult, but it's also a very fun process to do. So if that answers your question.
Yeah, so a lot of it's like emotions, and
yeah,
you have to portray that through body posture.
And exactly, because
your shot.
Yeah, and then like also, but like a lot of that stuff too, you put it there, and the actor, if like it ever got shot, the actor was like, no, hey, you enjoy this man, like they just got shot, like they'll know how to feel and interpret it, kind of thing.
Yeah, they're not just really like monotone.
Yeah,
like,
you don't want to tell someone how to feel, like how to like portray a feeling, but like you want to put the feeling down there, so then they can like you were distraught, like your steam coming out of your ears, like people know how to like portray that kind of thing, and like it's really difficult because like we've all read books where like it's like a page and a half of just what's going on inside. Like how the hell do you make that show on the outside? It's super fucking difficult.
Yeah.
And you just got to like come up with different ways to say that rather than like just you got to tell it rather than be told it. I guess if that makes sense. So it's hard.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. When you read a story, are you able to kind of, I guess, picture in your mind's eye everything that that's going on, like the whole plot? I've never been any good at that. I'll read a story and they're in a green room and blah blah blah. Like I've never been able to really piece it all together in my head.
You can't really visualize it, kind of thing. Is that what you're saying?
No. Yeah, but I struggle reading in the sense that I'll reread the same sentence like 2 or 3 times, or I'll just forget the paragraph that I just read. And so I've never been any good with that.
Like I've always been really good at being able to see where the stuff is going. I think that's part of being wanting to tell stories is knowing how they're told, and like especially in like books and especially in movies. Like I can sit down and watch a movie for 10 minutes. And I can tell you what's pretty much going. I watch a movie with Grant. I'll say the line before it happens, and he's like, "What the hell you like? How do you know that?" I'm like, I just know how this is gonna go. Like, oh, this is gonna happen. They're gonna screw this person over and all that. Like I can just see how it's gonna unfold. But that's just because you love it. B, that's what you're hoping is gonna happen. But like, it's just all the clues are telling you that's what's gonna happen, and like I just love that shit. Like it's a lot easier for me watching a movie than reading a book, but I can still do it while reading a book. How about for you guys?
I get that a lot out of movies, but like whenever I get that, it's always the cliche damn movies.
Yeah.
So I was forced to watch The Notebook one time, and like you kind of cutting it short, and I was like, yeah, he dies, wish goes to her, and that's like all the bullshit, and I pissed off the person I was watching it with, and I was like, yeah, it's a cliche, dumbass teenage girl movie.
But that's why we love it. Oh.
No.
Jacob, I know
so
you like The Notebook.
I do that, I think it's like poop.
I love The Notebook. I'm a softie. I will be the first to admit that I enjoy
The Notebook's it's a solid romance movie.
I don't give a shit.
Never watched
it.
I never watched it, so
it's a romance movie.
Long at all.
Oh yeah.
It was like just like you said, 10 minutes in, and I was like, "This is what's gonna happen." I get introduced to all the characters, and like, "Oh yeah, he's bullshitting into the wind," and it's like, he gets burnt. That's it.
Yeah, I love Ryan Gosling, so I will defend the shit out of that movie until the day I die. But
I don't think you can say he gets burnt. I mean, they both die there next to each other, don't they?
Whoa, like, spoilers.
She lives. That's what I was told. I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
No, because I said that,
it, so I don't know.
And like they're just like, "You're right." And I was like, "Okay."
It's different in the book and in the movie, so I've heard. I wouldn't know, but I don't know, cause like I'm not gonna defend The Notebook. I'm not gonna waste the time. Nope, we're just gonna
I'm not good.
Nope, I was about to go in.
On.
Like, nope, it's
We're
not worth
moving
it.
on.
It's not worth it.
It's a good movie. It's not my favorite romance movie, but it's not a bad one.
What is your favorite romance movie?
50 First Dates.
No.
That's just the first one I come up with. I have no favorite romance movie.
I like that one. I like that one.
50 First Dates is good.
50 First Dates is
not
great.
my favorite.
What's your favorite then? See, I know my favorite off the top of my head. So
there's one with Kevin Costner that I really like, and I think it's called It's not Castaway. That's with Tom Hanks, but that's another romance movie with him and Wilson.
Oh yeah,
you can't tell me you can't tell me you didn't shed a tear when Wilson went away.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
But it's a movie with Kevin Costner, and he like builds a boat or something. I don't want to ruin it because the ending. I don't want to just say the ending and have it all ruined. But it was a good romance movie. Then again, I'm a sucker for Kevin Costner because he was in my favorite baseball movie, Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams is a great one.
Yeah, great movie. Kevin Costner's in a lot of good stuff.
No,
Draft Day.
Oh, he's just such a solid actor. Like I just watched him in Highwayman on Netflix. That was pretty good. I like that a lot. Have any of you guys watched The Terminal with Tom Hanks?
Yeah, I've seen that movie. That movie.
Holy crap! I know it. I'd
Based
never
on a true
heard of it.
story.
I watched it at work the other day, and I was like, "Wow, that movie was really good. Why have I not heard of it before?"
Based on a true story,
holy
wasn't
crap.
it? Roughly based on a true story.
Wait,
Yeah,
there was a
it was
guy who was
adapted.
stuck in an airport for like a month.
It was longer than a month. He was there
yeah,
for like years, I think.
No, I don't think it was
his
years. I think it was like it might have been a year.
Exploded, yeah.
Yeah.
His country went into
Revolution
something.
mode or something.
Yeah, Revolution. It was essentially dissolved.
It didn't exist. Yeah, it was like dissolved.
Yeah.
So his passport didn't work because this country wasn't existing anymore, and he couldn't go back to there because they were they were revolting and stuff. It was dangerous to fly planes there, so he was stuck.
Yeah. Stanley Tucci's great in that movie too. I love Stanley Tucci.
Yeah,
he's like the perfect supporting role in like every movie. He's in so many movies.
I just had never heard of it before, and I was shocked when I watched it, and it was so good. And I was like, wow, that's really good.
Jacob, top 5 favorite actors / actresses.
Top 5?
Top 5.
All right. Number 1, Jack Nicholson. I think he is amazing. I think he's always killed it in everything.
He is a beast.
I think that One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is one of my favorite movies ever, and then the Departed, which
put it in, Chief.
I've not seen Departed.
Put it in, Chief. Fucking put it in the hole, Chief.
Cuckoo's Nest is amazing. I have a picture frame of the baseball scene from that movie in my room. I love it.
Doctor.
Yeah, but Jack Nicholson and him in The Departed. Grant, you need to see The Departed. Anybody out there who hasn't seen it,
movie.
You need to see The Departed.
Very good movie.
And then I guess number 2 would be, in my opinion, Leonardo DiCaprio, who is the modern day Jack Nicholson. I think he is wonderful.
Really good.
I think him in the Wall Street
fantastic.
and everything he's ever done is just phenomenal. He is great.
Django, he was great in Django.
Yeah, he's so good in Django, where he breaks the glass on the table and it cuts.
Oh God,
it's so good.
So good.
And then I honestly don't know if I can think of more.
Heath Ledger.
He's okay. If we're talking of all time, that is my favorite acting performance of all time. Him in The Dark Knight is just the best. The Dark Knight is arguably my favorite movie. So he is amazing and eerily creepy, and that's the first time I noticed hey, someone can act really well. Holy shit, this movie's freaking amazing.
Yeah. So. Now, I really like Christian Bale as Batman too. I think he's been the best Batman that I've seen in a while. So.
Yeah, I'm very excited for who the hell played Edward Cullen. I don't know, but his version of Batman coming up.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember his name though.
Anyways, he's about to be Batman. I'm very excited to see him as Batman.
I feel like it's gonna be weird.
Have you seen The Lighthouse?
No.
Oh, he's in that, dude. That is one of the weirdest movies I've ever seen in my entire life, dude.
Did he actually act pretty good in it?
He was phenomenal. Him and Willem Dafoe. I'll say Willem Dafoe is another one. Willem Dafoe is amazing. He doesn't get enough credit. He is one freaky dude, and he is just amazing.
And I'm a scientist too. What's
Yeah,
his line from Spider-Man?
You know, I'm somewhat of a yeah. I think that's how he phrases it. Well, it became the meme, right?
Yeah. I think if I had to go
About
top
actresses.
five. Yeah, what about actresses?
Oh man, I think Meryl Streep is number one in everybody's eyes, and she definitely deserves it.
She's good.
She's been
One of my
great.
favorite Meryl Streep movies. Oh God, what was it? It's a movie where they both can like live forever or whatever, and they're vying for one person's love, and it's like two girls. I can't remember, but there's a scene I think with like Meryl Streep where she gets her head knocked around, and she looks down and she goes, "My ass, I can see my ass." It's a famous good movie. It's a good
Never
movie.
even heard of that.
It's a funny movie. It's a good movie. It's Meryl Streep. Fucking what's his name from I See Dead People?
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the kid. Bruce Willis.
Not the kid.
I love that kid, dude. Freaking Haley Joel Osment.
He chopped up a little bit.
Oh yeah, I saw him in Tusk. Have you guys seen Tusk? Please tell me
No,
you
I
haven't.
have not.
Do not watch Tusk. It's It's about a movie where these guys, they make a podcast and they're going out to interview some guy in Canada who was like playing with a sword and like they were gonna go make fun of him, but then the kid like bails on him and he kills himself, and then he has to go interview somebody else, and he finds this strip on the wall in a bar saying like about this guy who's like really interesting, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go interview this dude, and the dude like knew Ernest Hemingway and like he was stranded at sea, he was a war veteran, then he got stranded on an island and like he really like fell in love with a walrus, and then he drugs.
Oh, I remember this now.
He drugs the actor who was played by he drugs Justin Long, who plays the character in the movie.
Oh
and
shit, Justin Long.
Yeah, he literally turns him into a walrus.
What?
Yeah, he turns him into a walrus, and like it is insane. It is one of the creepiest movies I've ever seen in my life. I'm ruining the movie so you don't watch it because I don't want anybody to see this movie. It's a great movie.
Kind of like Human Centipede.
Remember hearing
It's
about
exactly that creepy kind of cringy shit.
Yeah.
Like I still think about him in like Justin Long is in a walrus suit, and like he has tusks and shit, and like it's one of the scariest visuals I've ever seen. But like it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. Like it freaked me out, but like I would never watch it again.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Human Centipede. I watched the second one, and that was just like,
I couldn't even get through the first one, dude.
They're all just shitting in each other's mouths.
Oh god, it's just disgusting.
It wouldn't work because clearly, you first of all, if you're ever in a Human Centipede, you want to make sure you're number one.
You gotta be in front.
You gotta be numero uno. You gotta be the head. You don't want to be anywhere else on that link there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you're just taking in shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're not getting any nutrients, and you're gonna die. And then the head's just lugging around 8 dead people or whatever, however many you're attached to.
Disgusting. It's fucking gross.
The second one was really weird because there's a pregnant lady, and she got out, and I just remember her like giving birth in the car, and then stomping like on the baby's head because it was like she gave birth and it fell like right on like where the gas pedal is at, and she just floored it.
Oh god,
I threw up a little bit in my mouth watching that movie.
Did they make 3 of those?
I don't know. Don't care.
Joker.
I don't plan on watching it.
That's awful.
I watched the Human Centipede by myself in my first apartment after my roommate and everyone left, and it was just like me for a week, and I was like, let's kick this off right. That was such a dumb decision.
Nope.
Let's kick this off right, you said.
I was even sitting there like I started looking out the blinds. It wasn't that I was like freaked out. I really just didn't want people to know I was watching that movie.
Yeah.
By myself in my living room, just watching it on the TV. It's like, that's strange. No one does that by themselves.
The movie's so awful.
Such a weird movie. I can do horror movies, but I can't do like things like Saw
Yeah, the gore. You can't do gore.
Because like all it is like, oh, all I say is ow, and like, oh, I can fucking feel that. And I don't like that.
What's your favorite horror movie?
Oh god, I don't even know. I don't watch like too many of them. Insidious wasn't bad. Insidious was good.
Grave Encounters.
What's the one? What's
Grave
the one with
Encounters 2?
I never watched Grave Encounters.
Grave Encounters is amazing. It's the best horror movie in my opinion.
Fucking R.L. Stein's Goosebumps. Classics. Oh, Are You Afraid of the Dark on Nickelodeon? Old school Nickelodeon. That shit was scary as a kid.
I used to watch that shit all the time.
Jacob, have you ever seen Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Dude, I hated scary stuff. I still hate scary stuff. Only time I've ever watched scary stuff is because my friends made me watch it so they can make fun of me. And granted, it works out for them because I'm squirmish and I yell and I scream. It's not a good time for me, but a good time for them. But I just can't do them. I can't, especially as a kid. I was a baby as a kid, dude.
That shit was actually scary. Like Nickelodeon, they hit it nail right on the head with that one right there for scary as a kid. Because watching it now, I'm not like, oh man, that's scary. But like as a kid, yeah, it was fucking terrifying.
Ooh.
But it was some solid shit. There was one movie that was on Netflix that I watched. This was also at an ex's place, but this was back in high school, so I can't remember what it was, but it was gore. And there's like some drug that was being made and sold. But the way they got the drug is literally through, they would kidnap people and they would force them to like cause them to make pain, because when you make pain, they had like this device set up between like your neck and stuff, and it would siphon out like these chemicals, because I guess your body would make these chemicals that would send to your brain or whatever. They would pull chemicals out of your brain when you're like in pain, and you had to make so much in order to be freed. And it was fucking terrifying, because one of the guys there that was kidnapped actually worked for the company, and he had to kill everyone, but ended up, cliche, didn't work out for him. He ended up getting killed or whatever. But Bad News Bears, for one of the casts, they actually didn't make it out, and they had to redo it in like a couple fucking seconds to try and get out of the house, because they had I can't remember what happened, but I remember she had like boiling hot oil and just fucking stuck her hand in it, and I think she threw salt on the wound after that. I left the room. I told my girlfriend, I was like, I forgot something in my car. I just left the room, and I stood outside for like a good 30 minutes to catch my composure before going back in there and watching the rest of that movie.
Yeah, I'm not a big, huge horror fan person either. I know my sister freaking loves them, so whenever she watches them, I watch them with her occasionally, and Jacob, and we've watched them before several times. But
Cabin in the Woods.
That's a great one.
A Cabin in the Woods.
Because it makes fun of horror movies in a sense while still being a horror movie.
Is that the one where like kids are pretending to be in a horror movie and then turns out to be one, right?
They're not pretending to be in a horror movie. They're in this cabin in the woods. They don't know that there's like a fucking thing below them or whatever that has all these monsters and all this shit, and they all end up getting released at the end. And I think a lot of people I can't remember it, but it was a good movie. It was a twist of a horror movie and how things are. It was a good kind of meta view of horror as a genre. You're quiet there, Jacob. You gotta.
Sorry, like it's really it's really meta, but like it also includes like all the cliches, and it makes them like very well done and gets them where they need to be. Like it really does horror in a very creative way. So I highly recommend that movie.
Yeah. Super good.
Is it on Netflix?
I think it's on Hulu.
Oh, okay. Well, I have that too, so.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of my favorite horror movies. Saw is right the fuck out. You could fucking throw Saw in a trash can and I'll be happy. I just can't do that fucking gore that they have. just all the like the fucking like the saws or whatever, and like let's play a game. Fucking stick your hand in that
game.
Stick your hand underneath that chainsaw, and hopefully you don't lose any fingers. But you have to lose some fingers to get the fucking key, so you can just save that person over there, or you can just save your life, and you can watch them get their fucking testicles eaten by fire ants.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking
Pretty
Christ.
Pretty awful.
So
Just
who
horrifying.
thinks of this shit?
So what about TV shows? What are your top 5 TV shows?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, top 5. All right, so we're going the greatest television show of all time is Breaking Bad. It is the first love of TV shows.
Breaking Bad. Yeah.
It's the TV show that got me into TV shows, made me want to work in TV, because I'd rather work in TV than in film. And then the TV show that was like the most well made. So I'll put this at number 2, even though the ending was not what I expected of it. Game of Thrones was number 2. I wanted a Game of Thrones to be a lot better, but it was a great show throughout the time. The fight scenes were incredible. The music was great. The direction
was fantastic.
Acting was phenomenal. That's got to be number 2, even though it ended up being not as great as it could have been.
Yeah.
Number 3, which is my personal favorite TV show, is Peaky Blinders. Love that show. If you haven't seen Peaky Blinders,
I need to get back on that. I watched the first season. I need to really get back into it because it was really good.
That is my favorite TV show. It is so good. It is amazing. It's just a dude show. Like, they have rock and roll music, they have gangsters, they have violence, they're British, and like it's
got
amazing.
That cocky attitude going.
Oh yeah. Tommy fucking Shelby is my favorite. I love it.
I thought they were Irish, but inbred or something.
No, they live in England. They live in Birmingham, England, and then I think a few of the actors are Irish. But it's absolutely incredible. So if you haven't seen that, could not recommend it more.
I think one of the characters is Irish.
Really got into it.
No, it's pretty good. I need to get back into it. Really, honestly, I can't believe I stopped watching it.
They're the gypsies in it, not the Irish.
Yeah, they're gypsies.
Yeah. Gypsies. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
that's number 3. So
season 1 of True Detective, I would say, is
fantastic.
Is top tier. Like the direction, Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson's acting, unbelievable. So amazingly good.
Those guys normally don't do TV, so like once they step into the TV, it's like wow.
Absolutely. Well, like that was
be honest. It was an HBO show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
TV quotation marks.
It's still TV, though. It's still TV.
It's still TV.
Yeah. It's still TV. People with PBS can just flip that right on.
Yeah, I mean it's great. Like
premium,
that was right at the cusp of people like, oh shit, let's go make TV because like it's starting to get really good, and like that was just unmatched, just so good. Best like crime drama I've seen in a long time.
Huge twist. Oh my god, so good, so
amazing. And then I'd probably say Ozark would be number 5, just because it's a TV show that hasn't ended yet, but I absolutely love everything about it, and it's gonna end up being amazing. And if you haven't seen Ozark, holy shit, you got something ahead of you because it is phenomenal.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. If I had to have my own list, I think the only thing
if I had to have my own list,
I would say Dexter's like up to season 4 is phenomenal
I heard
TV.
Dexter fell off.
Dexter was unbelievable for the first few seasons, and then it just deteriorated.
After the Rita thing, it was bad, but everything before that, fantastic.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's an honorable mention, I'd say.
Okay.
I'd say like
just one from you.
No, Noah's trying to get his words in. He's been trying to say something. Yeah. What are you trying to say over there, Noah?
I just want to say that, like, if you're following Stephen King and he recommends something, usually it's kind of like a quirky kind of sci-fi horror or whatever, and a little twisty, and it's just not the cliche garbage that you'll see all the time, So it's worth it. And lately, he's probably thrown out things that I consider that worth my time, like Was it the Haunting Hills Mansion or something?
Haunting at Hill House is so
Yeah,
fucking
there you
good.
go.
I need to watch that. I need
Oh
to
my
watch
god,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
That is one of the best seasons of television I've ever seen.
Now that's not. It's not scary, is it? It's not.
It's
scary,
not
right?
horror. It's scary, but it's not
like
oh,
terribly scary.
I can't say it's not scary. After one episode, I was like freaking out, and then my roommate made me he jump scared me, and like I slammed our freezer door like 4 times because I was so fucking scared. And
So
he's
it
like,
is
"I'm
scary.
so sorry. I will never scare you again." He's like, I was like, ah. It is seriously so good though. Have to watch that show. Noah, great show. Great show.
Yeah. Oh, Stephen King, great show. When
Is
he
that on
listens,
Netflix?
he'll know.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
Highly
it's on
recommend.
Netflix.
Is it
Yeah.
just one
Oh.
season? They
Oh
don't
yeah,
do.
but they're making a second season, but it's gonna be like it's an own anthology thing, so it'll be completely separate.
So it's. Are they gonna? Is it like the American Horror Story thing where they're gonna like
Exactly
kinda,
like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It was pretty
That's
good.
cool.
I liked it, and like you had to remember earlier in the season to really enjoy it, and so it was great for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's another one I have to watch. I was just telling Jacob on the way back over here from golf that I needed to find some shows to watch, and guess what? Here we go. I've got myself some episodes to watch. Yeah, here we go.
Now you're gonna be bunkered down.
Punkered down.
Quarantining the right way with TV.
Mm-hmm.
What about
Wow.
you, Shan?
I'm sorry. I was looking for my phone. It was on the ground. It's hard to see a black phone in a dark room.
Turn the light on.
We still talk. I did. That's why
Yeah,
I found it.
what are some of your shows?
Well, if we're going top 5 the list, you said Breaking Bad is number 1, right? That's what you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
You think that's the best all time ever made?
Will be.
Will be.
Yeah, it will always be, in my opinion. But yeah.
I want to watch. I haven't seen, but I know like its past and what people have said. I want to see Lost, and a lot of people said it was amazing.
The first season was really good.
I've never seen any of Lost, but I've seen the creator of that, like his other shows, and they've been second to none. They've been fantastic.
First season was incredible, but it tailed off after that, like
Mhm.
pretty bad. But first season was incredible.
So Lost is one I want to see, but I don't know if I could put that on my list because I haven't seen it. But I've heard good things about that. Psych from USA Network.
It's a good one.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of comedies. You know, that's what I really like. I guess Psych, and I'm gonna have to go Psych and Monk. You know, I'm gonna have to put Monk first. Monk, numero uno. I think Monk is one of my all-time favorites, and I think that's just childhood nostalgia because I can remember watching that when it was first on, again, USA Network.
Yeah, but shout out USA for sure.
They got
you watched
stellar.
the crap out of Monk, so I knew you were gonna say that.
It was one of my mom's favorites. I watched it all. I actually had the complete season, and I want to rewatch it. But it's so funny, and Tony Shalhoub really does a good job in it. I don't think Tony Shalhoub gets a lot of credit for his acting capabilities. Is he like fucking?
Has he been in
Robert
anything?
De Niro? No, but he's no shit actor. All right, he was in Men in Black.
Now he's the guy that gets his head blown up in Men in Black, right?
Yeah, he gets his head shot.
Yeah, he does.
Men in Black, and it comes
He's
back
the
small.
pawn shop dealer or something, right?
Yeah.
Gets his head shot off, and it grows back. Yeah, but he was pretty good. I'm gonna have to go with that. Adventure Time is another one of my favorites. Anyone who is in, you have to watch it. It's such a great cartoon.
I always thought it was like so kind of weird. I don't know.
Pendleton Ward does a great job. I mean, the music in it is really good. The humor in it is like right up my alley with farts and burps. But
classic.
Then it actually gets pretty in depth as you get in like later in the season and everything that just starts happening, and you figure out like how which is the planet that they live on, and their Earth is and how it came to be the apocalyptic type of society that it is. And you learn about the Ice King and how the Ice King was actually a great guy who knew Marceline as a child, but then lost his mind to the crown and turned into who he was and all that stuff. And there's just so much back to it, like back lore that a lot of cartoons don't go into. You know, a lot
How
of
many seasons
cartoons.
does it have?
It's like 8.
That's a lot,
It's great though.
especially for a cartoon.
It was on for a while. It's a great cartoon.
Those who love it from what I've heard from that show.
I have the complete. Hold on, I don't know if you'll be able to see it here. I started collecting.
I don't have your.
Yeah, your video's not on.
Your video's not been on this whole time.
Oh, hold on.
Do you like Rick and Morty then?
Dark.
Do you like Rick and Morty then too?
Yeah, I like Rick and Morty.
Love Rick and Morty.
That's. I don't know if
Well,
you can
it's
see
like the
that.
first
My
episode.
videos, I believe.
I don't see your video at all.
Yeah, we got nothing.
Oh,
There it is.
There we go.
There's the man without a
There
shirt.
it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
collect
album,
vinyl.
right?
Yeah, this is the complete series. So, I collect vinyl now. I'm cool. I'm
You're
cool
the
like
coolest.
that.
Hell yeah.
I go to coffee shops, but not like Starbucks or anything like that. The good like the home coffee shops, and I get myself a pour over coffee.
A pour over. So good. Do you have the? Do you get Jennings Java delivered to you from there?
I don't know if it comes out this way, but I have some bag coffee that I need to actually go through before I
think he just sent me some. It might be in my mail tomorrow. So
I've purchased some from him, and it's been sent through the mail.
through the mail, man.
So I know he's touring right now through because I follow them on Instagram, so I know he's not there. He's not there right now.
Up in Michigan, dude. I freaking love the no shirt look with the black, like the camera just or the microphone just hanging down out of the
Like a
camera.
man.
This
He
is
does.
This is how you podcast.
It reminds me of Bert Kreischer or whatever.
Yeah,
how
he
you ever say his last
Yeah,
name
Bert
with
Kreischer.
the yeah. Oh my god.
I never finished up my things here.
What's the
I want to go old school because there's a lot of good old school ones, but I want to go with oh god, what's his name? He drives a Ferrari. Burt
Reynolds
is the main character.
What's that?
And he's Magnum PI.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I never watched
Classic.
Magnum PI.
Never seen that
It
either.
is
That's
actually
awesome.
really good. I watched the season of it because my parents had it on like DVD or whatever. They ended up buying it, and I watched it, and I was like, "This is really freaking good." I was hooked in. I'm a sucker for detective shows, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what Magnum PI is. Obviously, Psych is that as well, along with Monk.
Didn't Burt Reynolds die last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad.
Him and his luscious stash.
It's tough.
He was in Blue Bloods, last I knew.
Mm-hmm.
He was in it, I guess, but I didn't realize he died.
Yeah, he died last year. What about Chuck Norris? How old
I'm
is he?
sorry,
I feel
Burt
like
Reynolds
he's
was
gonna be
not.
kicking the bucket
Burt
soon.
Reynolds was not in Magnum PI.
That's Tom
We're thinking
Selleck.
of Tom Selleck.
That's Tom Selleck.
Burt Reynolds was Smokey and the Bandit.
Damn.
That's
Well,
who Burt Reynolds was.
Well, I haven't
Tom
watched Magnum
Selleck.
PI, so that's my excuse.
Watch Magnum PI. It's a good one. Also watch Cheers. Cheers is good.
I know Jacob's
And
dad loves
Cheers
Oh,
gets
yeah.
better as it goes on. Because then you get like Woody Harrelson comes in. And Woody Harrelson actually started on there, I think. That was one of his first big breaks.
Fucking love me some Woody.
Love Woody Harrelson.
And then Cheers led to Frasier, which is actually the biggest spin-off of a show ever, I believe.
I think that's true.
Frasier had a bunch of seasons too on its own.
Yeah.
It just
Frasier
kept
was
going.
huge. Yeah.
Did your dad like Frasier?
Yeah, I think you like both of those.
Frasier was good. I remember watching Frasier. Frasier was pretty good.
So Jacob,
Yeah.
are you watching Better Call Saul?
So I was waiting for it all to be in one spot so I can binge it all. because like I
Good
couldn't
call.
get I didn't get into it because like I didn't want to watch it one season wait a year, one season wait a year, one season wait a year. So I'm gonna watch them all at once, and I'm gonna love the shit out of it because Saul was one of the best characters from Breaking Bad, and I think that this story is great, and I'm very excited for it. I just haven't seen it. Have you seen them yet?
Yeah. I'm at least current on Netflix.
Okay.
I know they're still putting them up on AMC, so like I'm trailing behind like a year of what's going on TV.
Uh-huh.
And I have to say, I'm more sucked into this storyline than
Really?
I am Breaking Bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you watch all of Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I watched it all.
Really? Interesting.
You're not the first person I've heard that out of.
Yeah. I think it's because, the lull comes early.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking Bad, like it kind of like starts out like a good like momentum, and then it lulls down, and then it like picks back up again. But with this one, no, it's just kind of like a nice steady acceleration into the
mayhem
storyline. Yeah.
Okay. I'm very excited to see it all because I literally just want to eat it all up at once. Just like, you can't take it away from me. This is mine, kind of thing. And I'm looking forward to it because he is a great character. Saul is absolutely hilarious, and I'm actually surprised I haven't watched it yet.
I'm surprised you haven't either.
Yeah. My dad's like, why haven't you watched it? I'm like, I just want to watch it all at once. Leave me alone, Larry. So like,
Did you watch the El Camino?
I loved El Camino. I went and saw that in theaters back when we were allowed to do that.
Good.
Yeah, El Camino's really good. You haven't watched that yet?
El Camino's good.
Well, Grant, you also haven't finished Breaking Bad.
No, I did finish Breaking Bad.
You did?
Oh, I made sure to.
Okay.
I got back into it. I got back into it at the end of last year, right after El Camino came out. I said, now's the time. I need to finish this show, and you're right. It was really good.
Yeah.
I need to stop doing that. I need to stop stopping watching shows in the middle of them, and then
Did you put Clint Eastwood on your list? Sorry to get off topic there, Jacob.
I did not. He's definitely up there though.
Gotta be up there.
I mean, he's up there. Like, he's for sure a great actor. Like, especially his like later work. Like, it's like really good nowadays.
I just watched the Mule. I think that was like the last one that he did. That one wasn't too bad.
Well, he has an upcoming movie that I think as soon as all this is done and everything goes well with his health, he's gonna make one more movie. He's gonna direct and act in it. From what I've heard, I have friends that we're gonna work on that with him.
How old is he?
Nice.
He's old. He's gotta be at least 80.
89 or 90 or so.
Oh God.
I think he's up there, bro.
To be honest, I think when Clint Eastwood dies, I think that might be like one of the few times where I might cry from somebody that I don't know. I honestly enjoyed a lot of his his No Name Drifter, all those movies where he plays like a no name drifter.
Absolutely.
Two Mules for Sister Sarah, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, all of those. They're great movies. I mean, I get, they're all spaghetti westerns, they're all the same stuff, but
spaghetti western.
The way he does it. They're classics. And the way he acts and how he moves and everything, it's just so good.
Yeah, he's wonderful.
And then you got, Trouble with the Curve. I've watched that movie like 2 or 3 times. That's such a good movie. What else is there? What's the one with the car? It's a Ford something though.
I don't know.
The name of the movie is it's a specific car. That's where he's in the lower income area and he's an Asian kid is his neighbor.
Oh, is that the Get Off My Property one? Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
I don't know what that's called, but
gosh,
it's Gran Torino.
Gran Torino.
That's
Attaboy.
Which is the car that he has.
Yep.
Which he gives to the kid, and like his stuck-up granddaughter's like, why didn't I get that? And his whole family are just a bunch of shitheads.
Yeah, they are made to be hated.
Yeah.
No. All right, fellas, how are we doing?
About an hour, 39 minutes in, so it's about past your guys' bedtime, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. I got work tomorrow morning.
Boys.
Keep killing
I
it.
love to talk more, but
Jacob, I want to hang out. I want to drink with you again. That night at
Right.
your place was a great night, and it made me extremely sad that we didn't hang out in high school at all.
Yeah, I had a great time too. Always down to drink, but especially with you guys because I enjoy you guys immensely.
you. Thank you.
That was a very alcoholic statement of myself. But yeah, like whenever back in town, I'm definitely down to hang out with y'all. And thanks for having me on. And if you ever want to have me on again, I would love to do this. This was a great time.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right.
Definitely gonna have you back on.
All right. Well, our sign off is bye, Craig. So let's get her going.
Get the hell out of here, Craig.
Get here, Craig. Bye.
Leave, Craig.
Bye, sir.